Successors, what's going on? What's going on? You all are in for a great episode today. We got to get into the nitty gritty, right? It's Wellness Wednesday, but I want to break down the truth that you may have not heard about marriage and the truth you may have not heard about parenting. Let's go ahead and get into the episode. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? Welcome, successors. Today is July 23rd, 2025, and you all are in for a great episode. July 3rd, 23rd, 2025. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. We can't leave that out. You know what I'm talking about? So look, y'all, today, producer Britt is off this morning, but I wanted to dive in with you all and get this thing kicked off, man. I'm actually feeling pretty good. I slept pretty well last night, even though you might hear a little stuffy up nose situation. So don't mind that. Don't mind that. We're gonna keep on rolling. And the question I have for you is this: look. Well, one, if you know any of those old school remedies, any old school concoctions like cutting up the onion and putting it in your sock, and then saran wrapping it to your foot, or if you know any of those tricks or any of those tools or anything like that, drop those in the comment because I'm willing to take all suggestions. Open for all of the suggestions because I want to shake this before it really gets out of hand. And I'm pretty sure my son gave it to me. Because if y'all have any kids, y'all know kids are nasty, okay? They are nasty, man. They're so nasty. My son just will sneeze in your face, will cough in your face, and just keep on moving and act like nothing happened. And then just cough and then rub and then try to touch you. No, son, I love you, but don't touch me right now. Okay, don't touch me right now because your hands are sick, you're nasty, you've been digging in your butt, all the different type stuff. Anyway, y'all, this morning, as I was reflecting, getting ready to talk about straight from the sources, I was in my time in my word, man. I wanted to just bring to the forefront: have you taken the time to count the cost? Right? Have you taken time to count the cost? And the reason why this is so important and so relevant, and I mean, if we don't take the time to count the cost, then we will be up the creek with no paddle. Is for one, I can just remember, right? I can remember always getting ready to do back to school shopping. I'm talking about this because it's about to be time for y'all to take them kids back to do back to school shopping and everything like that. But I can always remember getting with my mom. And it would be me, my brother, and her, and we'd go out. We're going to different stores like Just for Feet, Finish Line, Mervyn's, Dillard's. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not the only one. Then we would go to these stores, and my mom would be like, "Okay, son, you got $150 to spend on shoes. You can spend that right here and get one pair of shoes, or you can divvy it up and go different places." And I'm like, ooh. So there'd be times where I would go, and I would say, "Mom, you know what? Let me get that envelope with that money." And I would just cash it out. And then sometimes I happen to come up short. And I remember it specifically. I think it was like the Air Max. It was like the TN Air Max. They were like 164 and I only had 150. And my mom was like, "Well, son, if you get these, not only are you going to spend up all your shoe money, but then also you're going to owe me money from when you get your check from work." Right? And I was like, but I didn't care. I wanted to shoe in that moment, in that instant. I wanted the shoes that bad. It didn't matter to me how much they cost. Oh, I owe you more. I'll give you more later. I don't care. I'll be the borrower. I don't care. It don't matter, Mom. Let me get the shoes. Then I'd buy them. And then I sat there and looked at them on the way home. Looking at my shoes, holding my shoe, just excited about the shoes. And then I later realized I didn't like them as much as I thought I did, right? Let me go ahead and return them bad boys because I don't even want these shoes like I thought I did. And some of y'all might be thinking, well, John, what are we talking about right now? What is the point? Where are we getting at with this story? Well, I didn't count the costs, y'all. I did not count the cost. And look, let's go to the text and let's see what the text says, so that we can really get clear on this. And this is Luke 14, starting at verse 28. It says, "For which one of you, when he has built a tower, does not first sit down and calculate the cost to see if he has enough to complete it? Otherwise, when he has laid a foundation and is not able to finish, all who are watching it will begin to ridicule him." Verse 30, saying, "This person began to build and was not able to finish." Right? I'm even going to go down a little bit more. Verse 31 says, "Or what king, when he sets out to meet another king in battle, will not first sit down and consider whether he is strong enough with 10,000 men to face the one coming against him with 20,000? Family, today the challenge, the thought to consider: have you counted the cost? And I want you to just stop for thinking and apply this to where it applies in your individual life. Because just above in the text, in verse 27, Jesus is telling us, it says, "Whoever does not carry his own cross and come after me cannot be my disciple." So the text is talking about, have you considered the cost of following Jesus? Have you considered what that looks like, what that means, and what that will require of you, right? And the reason why I just want to bring the example of me with the shoes is because as a kid, on the front end, I did not count and calculate the cost. I never did. I didn't want to waste time. I didn't want to think through it. I didn't have the discipline to say, wait a minute, John, if you go ahead and buy these shoes that are $164, while y'all are out shopping at the mall and going to these other stores, you're going to be done one store in. Y'all just left to go and shop. You're going to miss potential other opportunities. You're going to miss other places. You're going to miss other things. You're going to miss other clothes. And the same thing applies for us now in 2025, y'all. Ooh. And I'm talking to myself. As I'm breaking down this text, I'm talking to myself, right? Understanding, counting the cost helps you realize that sometimes it might not be the time for you to make that move just yet. Counting the cost could look like you, and counting the cost is just easy to adequate or to apply it to dealing with money and revenue, right? So counting the cost could look like you saying, "Nah, we're not gonna go on this family vacation this week, honey. We're gonna save some money. We're gonna put some money back, and then we're going to go a month, 2 months from now." So instead of just barely making the vacation, now you can go on the vacation and you can enjoy it, and you can be able to go out to more restaurants, and you can be able to go and really enjoy the time you have because you have a little bit more discretionary income that can go elsewhere. So family, today I want you to be challenged. Have you counted the cost, right? Have you counted the cost? And for some of us, the answer is no. No, we haven't taken the time to count. Have I counted the cost of doing this show every morning at 6 o'clock? Yes, I have. Had conversations with my wife? Yes, I have. Had conversations with myself? Had conversations with my therapist? Yes, I have. And my therapist asked me this, and we're going to get ready to wrap straight from the source. He said, "John, all that you're doing, I want you to sit on this question. Are you pursuing purpose, or are you neglecting your family? My God in heaven." So I'm going to project that question to you. In terms of pursuing dreams, goals, visions, aspirations, have you counted the cost? And then if you have, are you leaving others out to dry based on you pursuing and based on you living in that space, in that truth? Family, this has been Straight from the Source. I'm Jonathan Jones. Today we came from Luke chapter 14, verse 28, went down to verse 30. Just remember, always count the cost. All right, family, go ahead and subscribe if you're not tapped into the channel, and we'll be right back with more Speaker Success in the Morning.
Do you want to feel confident in your skin every day? Introducing Skin Rituals, a luxury home-based skin studio that specializes in hyperpigmentation, acne, and personalized treatments for every skin type. Owned by solo esthetician and registered nurse Courtney Durham, Skin Rituals is all about curating facial treatments designed just for you. Hydrate, brighten, nourish, and soothe your skin with expert care and cutting-edge techniques that promote natural healing. Whether you're looking for a relaxing facial or a transformative chemical peel, Skin Rituals offers results-driven treatment tailored to your needs. With over 7 years of experience, Courtney's goal is to help you safely achieve the healthy skin that you deserve. At Skin Rituals, we believe that taking care of your skin is an investment in your confidence. Book your appointment today and leave every session feeling grateful for the choice that you made to take care of yourself. Skin Rituals, because your skin deserves the very best.
All right, family. All right. Welcome back to Speak Your Success in the Morning. We're currently 12 minutes after the hour, and man, it is already a great show. Y'all, I'm one thing I really enjoy, and one thing that you will begin to learn about me the more that you rock with the show, the more you rock with the platform, and just the longer that you're here, is that I always strive in my mind mentally towards optimism, right? Like, it's just it's the natural thing for me. Like, we're always met with two opportunities, right? Well, first, when we're in a situation, you can complain, you can cuss, you can moan, you can say everything that you want to say, or you can see the positive side of that opportunity. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, because that's just the way I always see everything. Not always, but that's how I typically see things. And the days that I'm off, then yeah, I don't see it like that. However, the goal is always to stay optimistic, and the goal is always to live in abundance and live in just the land of possibility versus the land of impossibility. All right. So today, y'all, what I want to talk about today is Wellness Wednesday. Doing a Wellness Wednesday check-in. My God. So, okay. Come clean, John. Just come clean. All right. So I've been doing better in terms of the ice cream. Like, I don't eat the ice cream like I did because I just stopped buying it. Right. So that's one thing that I had to come to the realization, understand. John, if you can't do without the ice cream, then you shouldn't buy the ice cream. Yeah, you're right. I should not buy the ice cream because I'm gonna eat that little quart every time. So don't buy the ice cream. So I did not buy the ice cream. I'm proud of it. The other thing is, we were talking about jumping rope and trying to find that stride for fitness. For me personally, I bought the jump rope, right? I put it on TikTok and everything. I'm like, hey, y'all, what's going on? I'm buying the jump rope. I'm walking through Walmart and documenting it. Hey, last jump rope, I got it. Let me check out. Cool. And then I jump rope 2 days later. The next day, I jump rope again. I was proud of myself. I strung 2 days together for consistency purposes. I was proud of myself. But then, one thing I typically do here at this house is, so we have 2 kids. So my wife, Gabby, and I have 2 sons. And when when it's time for bath time for one son, it's just easier for me to get in the shower. We just shower at the same time and just move on, right? I don't know if that's TMI or not. I really don't care. But that's just the way it rolls, right? Just understanding, and this is part of the theme for today, just like some of the truth that people don't know or don't hear about marriage often, or even the truth about what people don't know or hear about parenting. And y'all, when I go in and I shower, then I'd say, I showered, so I can't jump rope now. I'm sweaty. I'd have to get sweaty to jump rope, and I'm not going to do that. So then I gave myself an out and gave myself an excuse. But yesterday I said, you know what? From now on, I'm just going to bring my jump rope to work. So now after I get off work, I will jump rope. I have that time. I can move forward. I can progress and then be done with the jump rope. So y'all, I'm proud to say that I'm putting my jump rope in my backpack. And I'm also proud to say the fact that one thing I've begun to learn is this. If you don't get ahead and plan and prioritize the things that you want to plan and prioritize and make those things really important for you, they're not going to get done, right? That's like me. Okay, let's transition. let's just transition to the topic and the conversation for today. Topic and conversation for today. And family, if y'all are rocking, go ahead and drop something in the comments so I know you're rocking with me. I can shout you out, give you a good morning. But even beyond that, y'all, today the conversation, I want to talk about some of the things that people have no idea about in marriage, and even what it's like raising two kids. Two boys. We got two boys over here, right? We have one that is 2 and 5 months, and another that is 13 weeks. Yeah. But family, one thing I began to realize was that when I was single, I would be saying all the stuff and telling all the things about what married people should be doing. I had all the advice. I had all the wisdom. I thought that I really knew what I was talking about, saying what married people should be doing when I was single. Crazy. Okay, that's first. And the other part of it was because I began to realize this after I got married, and I've been married 5 years now, going on 6. But the other part was I thought that I had so little time. Shout out to my best man, Mahari, because I was telling Mahari, I'm like, bruh, I'm so busy. Bruh, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. I can't do all this stuff. And Mahari, who has 2 kids, was looking at me and he was like, okay, just keep on living, John. Just keep on living. And I applaud him for not saying nothing. He just let me rock. He let me rock because him and his wife, they have 2 kids. Him and his wife, sister Allen, they have 2 kids. And he just looked at me like, yeah, bro, I'm with you. For me to later realize that, man, okay, let me take a pause. Let me calm down. Let me calm myself down. First and foremost, shout out to all my single parents. Shout out to all my single parents. If you're a single parent with 1 child, oh, my heart for you. Wow. Okay. My heart is going out to you. You are the real MVP. Nobody will ever see nor understand the level of work that you're putting in for you just to get up, just to cook that baby breakfast, just to get them dressed, just to get them to school. So you, single parent with 1 child, you're the real MVP, okay? That's for you. This gold star is for you, okay? Number 2, single parents with multiple children. For you all to get these babies together, do their hair, wash the dishes, clean your house, fold your clothes, for you to look like you have even attempted to put together yourself. You are the real MVP. Y'all, if y'all are rocking with me, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up on YouTube right now, just so I know you rock with me. And drop a comment in the chat because I want to shout y'all out, man. And I want to know, let me know if you have kids. Do you have 1 kid? You have 2 kids? You have no kids? Just let me know in the chat. But y'all, single parents with multiple children, off the chain, okay? I have the utmost love and respect for you right now in this moment. And this is me pulling from experience. Right. I'm pulling from experience because my wife went to the house. I'm not going to share a birth story because that's for her to share. Right. But I was at the house I was at the house almost like a week by myself with boy number 1. And that was work. Right. Because we didn't necessarily have meals planned out because our son came 4 weeks early. Our second son came 4 weeks early. So now I'm at the house and I'm trying to scrape and, I'm trying to get my son ready for school, trying to get him dinner, trying to get him washed. Like, we have a system and we have a routine on this side, but that routine includes 2 people. That system includes 2 people getting our son ready for bed at night. So, y'all, I had to go through the ebbs and flows of that. And then I was taking a step back and I'm like, wow, these single parents out here are out here getting it. Okay. So much respect for y'all. But I wanted to share that to fast forward to time to where we are now. And like I said, we have a 2-year-old baby boy and we have a 13-week-old baby boy. And family, my mental health has been challenged. Can I say that on here? Can I be honest? Can I be transparent with y'all today? My mental health has been challenged in many ways. Let's count the ways. So for one, my namesake, Jonathan Jones II, right? My namesake, that's my boy. Okay. He will try you in every single way. He will try you. I say, son, don't do that. He'll look at me in my face and say, no. Son, come here. No. Jonathan, do this. No, I don't want that. And I'm like, bruh, you trying me right now. You're trying me right now. You're trying me right now. Hold on. I got to pull up a picture. To show y'all my boy. But he will push you in so many different ways, and it is exhausting at times. However, I love my guy, right? I love my boy. I love my boy. But he will stretch, he will push, he will kick, and he will pull. All right? I just want y'all to know and understand that from me. But at the same time, it's a beautiful thing because he knows and understands and is even learning furthermore like what boundaries look like. So this is my boy right here. This is my boy. It's my boy, young Gabe, right? And I was out in our backyard, which has basically turned into a farm right now. You can see some of these weeds right here down there just in front of him. And then on the right side, you see that cage that I was trying to put up for tomatoes because my dad dropped some tomato seeds. But y'all, when I tell you like really trying to teach him and trying to like take things slow and take the time, it's exhausting sometimes. It's exhausting to go in and get him and try to say good morning, and he looks at me like I'm crazy. He's like, no. I'm like, son, all right, come on, let's sit on the potty. No. Son, sit on the potty. No. I'm like, son, what is going on? I thought we were trying to get this figured out. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like this right now? But y'all, at the end of it all, like, this is what I signed up for. I signed up not to have one but two kids. So me not filling in, but me stepping up and doing what's required. This is just what's required. But y'all, the thing that you don't initially know, or thing that I didn't initially know going into having two kids was, now we're going to have to divide up that time. Right. So for me, I don't know who out there is, who also is entrepreneurial. I don't know who out there also has a business. I don't know who out there also has a dream, and you are also striving towards doing more while still having a family. I'm gonna say it one more time for my people in the back. I don't know. You might be currently pursuing starting a business, growing a business, wanting to do something different for you, for the family. But at the same time, you're still realizing that you have to divide yourself up. Let's break it down. Let's make it make sense. Okay? So, one, I now have two boys. So spending time between the two boys is a challenge in itself because my youngest can't really talk. So I have to do everything for him. I have to feed him. I have to hold him. Or I get to feed him. I get to hold him, right? But I'm limited in what I can do. Sometimes I even have my laptop on the side. Y'all don't judge me. But I'm limited in what I can do in terms of my goals, in terms of my vision, while I'm holding my son. And also, my son is a little hot pocket. Let me see. Where my boy at? And my son also is a little hot pocket. So understanding that, like, one thing is you will always, you will go right to sleep after you hold baby boy number two. Because when I tell y'all he's so warm, and that little hot pocket will put you straight to sleep because he sits on me and he just lays and he's just so relaxed. And then after like I put him on me right there, that little nugget right there, he will put me straight to sleep, y'all. So, okay, so let's bring this full circle. Let's make this make sense. So I have begun to learn and begun to realize that having two children is a great opportunity, but also a massive challenge. A massive challenge. In the best way. And the reason why I say that is because my second son, my sons, period, they will follow me in the way that they look at me. It warms my heart. It warms my heart because I see how they look at me, and I see that they admire me, and I see that I'm important and I'm valuable to them. But y'all, the fact of it all is, man, having two kids being married, I have to split myself up in 3 ways. But then when we add on the entrepreneurial part, John, when do you put down the laptop? You have to put down the laptop. Get off the laptop. Be present with your family. I'm not on the laptop when we're eating dinner. I'm not on the laptop when we're eating breakfast. But y'all, the truth is, there's only so much time in the day. There's only so much time in the week. My parents who's hopping in, who's rocking with me, let me know down in the chat if y'all feel me. But the truth is that it's easy for us to sit on the outside and tell parents what they should be doing, how they should be parenting their kids. Some people will even stretch as far and have the audacity to tell you how you should be operating in your marriage, which is crazy. Crazy for somebody who is completely outside of a thing to tell you what the thing needs or to tell you how to nurture this or how to do that. No, you have no idea. Bruh, you have no idea, okay? No idea. So today I want to just share a little bit from my perspective, man, just about where I am. Because y'all, if not careful, you can go down a dark hole. Let me make it about myself. If not careful, there have been times I've gone down a dark place and I've been like, man, I want to be able to do this, but with these kids, I can't. Man, I want to be able to go here, but with these kids, I can't. So then I would begin to think and talk myself out of certain situations, canceling out the fact that me and my wife hadn't communicated about certain things. Like I haven't brought this to her attention. I haven't even been like, hey, I want to go to this. You know, you mind holding down the kids this night or that night? Because that's another real part, y'all. With marriage, I used to ask people all the time when I drive Uber, ask people all the time, what was the biggest or what is the best marriage advice that you have for me? I'd ask people, how long have you been married? 20 years, 50 years, 30 years, 12 years, 2 days, all these things. And I'm like, what is the most important thing or what's the biggest lesson you took from marriage? And they always would say, communication, communication, over communicate, communication. And I was like, what? Y'all all saying the same, like, but what is it? And now I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get it. I don't understand all the way, but I'm starting to get why communication is so important and why communication is so pressing. Family, one thing that I've learned is that in my own mind, hello, y'all, in my own mind, this episode for the married people. This episode for the married people. But in my own mind, if not careful, I can think up a thought. And then the thought that I have, I can project the feelings that I've created of the story I've told myself about my own wife or about what my wife thinks about this or about what my wife is going to say about this. And mind you, she might have never said anything. She might have never even heard or knew that I had this thought and or feeling. So that's one thing that's one thing that can create crazy tension in a marriage is if you operate as it's an ISO. You operate as just you. It's just you. You're on an island. Just me, just me, just me. And I've done that. Making decisions just for me. I'm going to do this, right? Not talking it with my wife, not talking through it with her. No. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell her. I'm just going to do it. And then y'all, it always came back terrible. It always came back terrible. So understanding and navigating through that, like marriage is not a solo mission. Marriage has to be a couple's thing, right? Because at the end of the day, just think about how they have those like those foot races where they got two people tied together and then they have to hop together. They have to determine what's going to be our pace, what's going to be our cadence. Okay, are we taking a big jump? Are we taking a small jump? How are we moving? And y'all, I'm not giving marital advice. I'm just sharing my own experience because I have learned and understood that if I take a thought that's in my head and I just sit on it and I don't tell my wife versus if I take a thought and I share it with her, then she can say, oh, I didn't know you felt that. And then we can communicate. And then from that point, we can actually move forward and then we can actually grow. And we can actually create and build a solid foundation and we can actually develop better communication from that versus me playing in my own head. Y'all, marriage is something else, man. Marriage is something else. And the wedding is cool, right? Bridesmaids, groomsmen, all that's cool. But at the end of the day, when it's you and your bride or you and your husband, you and your spouse, and y'all looking at each other and y'all get frustrated and y'all get mad. My wife told me she read this book the other day that said this. It said, these people were able to stay married for 30 years because they never wanted to get divorced at the same time. Divorce is a thought that comes up in marriage. It's going to come up one way or another at one point or another. But the thing we have to realize is, okay, I'm staying. I love this person. I made a decision and I'm rocking with him. And you just got just straight like that, y'all. Straight like that. Man, we about to take a quick commercial break, y'all. Then we're gonna get ready to get out of here. But I wanted to just share that on marriage because, man, so often I see young couples, and we're a young couple too, but so often seeing young couples think that marriage was one thing, and then they realize it ain't that. Marriage is work. Marriage is a battle. Marriage is a fight. But the sooner you know that, the better you can begin to prepare and be ready for when that battle comes. Family, go ahead and make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you stay tapped in with Speaker Success in the morning, and hit a thumbs up if you're enjoying this conversation, this dialogue. As you know, we always appreciate the support. And this is Speaker Success in the morning. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Looking for timeless pieces that make a statement? Discover the Jewelry Department, where elegance meets craftsmanship. Owned by Miguel Contreras and located at 13505 Mumford Place, Suite 103 in Dallas, the Jewelry Department is your destination for stunning, one-of-a-kind pieces designed to elevate your style. From classic designs to modern trends, we offer a curated selection that reflects sophistication and artistry. Because we believe your jewelry should be just as unique as you are. Visit us today at the Jewelry Department, where every piece tells a story.
Shout out to Miguel Contreras, man. Shout out to my guy Miguel in the Jewelry Department, man. They're doing some dope stuff over there with the Jewelry Department. Now, I want to take a slight pivot. I want to switch gears. So, yeah, as we were talking about marriage and just kids and parenting, man, like I said before, shout out to all my parents. Shout out to my single parents. Shout out to, you all, because y'all are the real MVPs, man. I don't care what nobody says. Y'all are the real MVPs. So keep holding it down. Keep doing your thing. And I love y'all. If nobody told you, I'm going to tell you. I love you because y'all putting in work, okay? Y'all putting in work. So now here's just a few things that I want to just point out, man. Well, for one, so as we're talking about marriage being work, right? Here's something that I want to bring to the chat. My. Man, y'all, young couple, can we just give them some grace? Can we give them some grace, and can we also just get out their business? Like, I'm just saying. So the reason why I want to say that is because, so this video was leaked of Travis Hunter, or not leaked, it was just shared. She shared it. But this video was posted by Travis Hunter's wife, Liana Renee, crying, which is now circulating online. Let's take a quick look.
The greater the glory, the more intense the story.
Okay, so, man, the people in the comments were eating her up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, y'all are cooking this young lady. They're married, y'all. Like, leave it alone. Like, let it go. Like, just move past it. Just move past it, right? They're married. They made a decision to be together. Who cares if you agree with it or not? That's their own personal decision. But the reason why I want to bring this up is just because, like, as we've been talking about marriage, y'all, marriage is hard, man. It's not, you are taking two people from two different perspectives, two different backgrounds, two different whole people. And the majority of your life, you've been building up, you've been creating, and you've been making and setting your own opinions, facts, feelings, and beliefs. And then now you come together after 20 years, after 30 years, after 40 years, and now you get married, and now you're merging these two lives together. That's not easy. Just like the Bible says, iron sharpens iron. Yeah, it's cutting. Okay? Marriage will cut you and show you the ugliest parts of you. But then also, marriage would also show you some of the beautiful parts because it allows you the opportunity to be built up by your significant other and for them to support you when you're down, and even so much more, right? Just to love and just to love and lead like Christ in a marriage. It's a beautiful thing. Finding somebody that's going to forgive you even though you left your dirty drawers in the bathroom. Left your dirty stuff. Anyway, I wanted to show this video and show this image because, y'all, we got to get out their marriage. We got to get out their marriage. They're young. They're in the social media age and generation. Like, yes, she showed a video of her crying. Who knows why she posted it? I don't know, so I ain't going to judge her. But let it go. Let's move on, okay? Let's move on from that. And then I wanted to show this, man. Y'all know I love podcasting. Y'all know I'm big on podcasting. So check this out. Joe Budden's podcast pulls in over $1 million a month on Patreon, and it's actually set to garner about $20 million this year. I'm not counting Joe's pockets, but I respect Joe. They call him the Podfather. So Joe Budden, it says, look, news podcaster Joe Budden is earning $1 million a month on Patreon, making him the highest earning creator on the platform. He opened the books for us. So here's one thing about Joe Budden and Patreon. One thing is he was an early adopter. There's a New York Times article that's out, and it talks about him being an early adopter on Patreon and him really leading in the forefront, understanding that he had something there with Patreon and they're rocking with them. And my man also got like equity with the company. So that's crazy. Joe Budden, shout out to New York Times for the write-up. We will revisit the talk in about 5 years, maybe sooner. One thing I can appreciate about Joe Budden, he's not here for the talk. He's not here for the, like, yeah, success, great, thanks, I appreciate the accolade. Now, let's get back to work. Joe Budden is a workaholic, and he's gone on record talking about it, saying it, talking about how much he be podding, all that. But the thing about Joe Budden also is he understands his value at this point in time. Joe Budden gets it.
Looking for timeless
He gets it and he understands. He gets it and he really understands like what he has done. And even the deal that he signed with Spotify early on. And now you see he's independent now. He's doing his own thing. Why? Because he knows and understands his value. He understands his brilliance. And y'all, the thing that I want to share today, because I know yesterday we talked a little bit about creating content, but now the pivot, no pun intended, shout out to Fred Taylor, Ryan Clark, and Channing Crowder, right? No pun intended. But we have to get to a place to where we understand our worth. We have to get to the place where we understand our worth in our lives, in our relationships, with our friend groups, online as content creators. If you're somebody and you feel that I have value to give to the world, I have value to offer, then do it and then put a price on it. And then see, are people willing to pay that price tag? Are they not? Right? And okay, let's get into it, man. Let's talk. I wouldn't even plan on talking business, but let's talk a little bit of business, man. Let's talk a little bit of business talk. So look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you're somebody who has a skill set, right? Maybe it is speaking. Maybe it is, we'll just run with speaking. You have a skill set that's speaking, and you know you can help other people speak or improve their message around speaking. The challenge I have for you is this. Go find somebody you can help and then go replicate yourself. Okay, clear steps. You're sitting there, you're like, John, I'm a speaker coach, but I haven't really helped anybody else get the success that I've had. Well, here we go. Let's do this. First things first. You need to put it out somewhere that you are willing and can help people speak, right? Hi, my name is Jonathan Jones. I'm a speaker coach, and I'm helping those busy mompreneurs who want to get on more stages and get more engagements, right? So that's me saying what I do. That's also me saying who I help and then saying how I can help them elevate, right? So that's the first part. We got to put that out so people know what we do and how we can help. The second part is then actually get on the call with some people. I've been guilty, not wanting to make calls, not wanting to make cold calls, not wanting to do business. I've been guilty. I'm throwing myself at the mercy before the court. I've been guilty. But then I realized that when you actually do the work, then you actually can start to get some results. Y'all started to cold call people. I started to slide into DMs. I started to take a step back and say, what is it that I'm not doing that I can do to help give me some results? And then what began to happen? Results began to happen slowly but surely. And the reason why I'm saying that is because one person that comes to mind, Giovanni Ford, she was our guest on one of our episodes, maybe about 3-4 weeks back. And Giovanni was a client of mine. Giovanni coaches clients around their holistic living and healing their bodies. And I talked with Giovanni. I was like, Giovanni, you need to tell people what you do. She started to tell people what she did. And I was like, Giovanni, you need to get these people on sales calls. Then she started to get them on sales calls. And I said, Giovanni, close them out. Close them out. And then what happened? Giovanni got on a call and then she closed somebody out because she did the work. So let me lay down the steps one more time. Tell people what you do. So you're going to be calling out the particular audience that you have. And while you're calling this audience out, you're going to also tell them what you can do, right? Then after that, the next thing that you got to do is you have to begin to promote yourself, put out content, let it be known that this is what you do. So when people go to your page, they can see the content and say, oh, you don't just talk about this. You really do this. You're really about this speaking life. You're really about this health life. You're about this fitness life, right? And then the last thing, start getting people on calls. Because when you get people on calls, even if you're not charging them anything, even if you're not charging or selling on this part, after you get them a result, ask them, can they talk about it? Can they record a quick video? Can they send a text? Can they just say the result that you helped them get? Because now we're going to build up proof. We're going to begin to build up a wall of proof. And as we build up that wall of proof, we're going to have more people beginning to trust us. And then people who have not paid before, now there's going to be greater incentive for them to pay now because they see that we've helped other people get results and have major success. So family, I want you like run that play. Run that play, y'all. Run that play. Because at the end of the day, the people who give you the video testimonials and they write the testimonials, the people who are reading them and watching them, they have no clue how much these people paid you. They have no clue if these people paid you. So that means they're still clients. They're still valuable, and there's still a great benefit there. All right, family. So I wanted to give y'all a little quick business lesson. Y'all know I got to get a little business. I got to give a little business to the people. Got to do it. But family, tomorrow, we're going to be coming at you with another Law Talk with attorney Fred Jones. Excited every time my dad comes on the show and joins us because he brings a fresh perspective that we don't have. He's an attorney. He was in a courtroom last week. He said, I got a case today. I was like, oh, man. Okay, well, tell us how you did when you come back on the show. So that's just a dope place to be, dope feeling to have, and just an amazing person to have in my corner. So, yeah, we got Law Talk coming up tomorrow. And then also, we got Fun Friday coming up. Y'all know we like to have a little fun on the show. We're gonna switch it up. We're going to do some things a little bit different this Friday, so make sure that you don't miss it. And family, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any episodes, all right? Don't miss any episodes. Hit that subscribe button. Get tapped in. Stay tapped in because we're not going nowhere. This is Speaker Success in the Morning. I'm Jonathan Jones. Also, we're hosted by my co-host, producer Britt. And y'all, the word of the day today is count the cost. That's the final word. Count the cost. Because if you never count the cost, you never know what it's going to require of you. And if you never know what it's going to require of you, then you never know the sacrifice that you're going to have to put in place, that your family's going to have to put in place. So we must count the cost. If we don't count the cost, then we won't know what it is going to require. Family, I'm Jonathan Jones. Remember, speak your success, believe in your greatness, and continue to create the life and business of your dreams. Why should you and why would you live any other